Well, okay, but y'all I already know what today is. Today is that a day of wickedness, a day of evil, and sadly, it's a day that everybody honor. Halloween. When I was a kid, I grew up into the custom that was put before me. I celebrated Halloween, but I don't honor Halloween. Now that I know what Halloween is. If you believe in the Most High, if you believe in Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, you would not celebrate Halloween. Because Halloween is the exact opposite of anything having to do with the Most High. I see people I just seen churches have Halloween parties. I just seen people who claim they're godly have Halloween parties. There's nothing godly about Halloween. This day is a day of wickedness. And I'm going to break some scriptures down. Whether y'all know it or not, man, Halloween is also in the Bible, because it's just a day of the dead, a day of conjuring spirits, They try to make it harmless, and they target our kids with this shit. They target our kids and have them, now, especially in this day, you tell me what's safe about sending your kids door to door to ask for candy that they can go and buy at the store, Ain't nothing good gonna come from that. All in the name of celebrating a day of fear. I'm gonna go to Deuteronomy. This is Deuteronomy 18:10. And this is what the scripture say about it. It said, "There shall not be found among you anyone that maketh his son or his daughter to pass through the fire, or that useth divination, or an observer of times, or an enchanter, or a witch." So the scriptures speak expressly against witchcraft and things that everything that Halloween stands for. So if you a person that fears the Most High, you don't want to be caught up in that. I mean, just to do it because this kingdom that we live in, this wicked ass America, is into all of that shit. We're not. I mean, and they're gonna do everything they can to get us to do what goes against the laws of the Most High. And it is what it is. Kids, children, however you want to put it. Our offspring. They are targeted. They targeted. They're the ones that's targeted. When we were little, we were targeted. And now that we've grown up, we put our kids out there to be targeted. And so, and it says, and this is the next verse, it said, or a charmer, or a consulter with familiar spirits, or a wizard, or a necromancer. For all that do these things are an abomination unto Yahweh thy power. And because these abominations, Yahweh thy power, that God does drive them out from before thee. So he's gonna kick you to the curb, man. You're not part of his flock when you trying to take in on the wickedness that this country is doing, man. I mean, everything about what this white man got going on is wicked. Even his holidays, Halloween. What is Halloween? Like I said, man, we grew up, man. We grew up because our parents didn't know no better. We grew up honoring these holidays, all these different holidays, and we thought they were just harmless days. You go get some candy, it's all fun and good. There's more to it than that, There's more to it than that. And the more sleep you are to it, the more you'll be acceptable to it. This is Deuteronomy 18:9. It said, "When thou art coming to the land," which is this land right here, "which Yahweh thy power giveth thee, thou shalt not learn to do after the abomination of those nations. There shall not be found among you anyone that maketh his son or his daughter to pass through the fire, or that causeth divination, or an observer of times, or an enchanter, or a witch." When they say pass through the fire, in celebration of this holiday back in the biblical days, our people used to burn our kids as sacrifice, our children as sacrifice, And so this is Ephesians. No, I'm gonna go to 2 Chronicles. 2 Chronicles 33:6. And it says, "And he caused his children to pass through the fire in the valley of the son of Himnon, Also, he observed times and used enchantments and used witchcraft and dealt with a familiar spirit. With wizards, he wrought much evil in the sight of Yahweh to provoke him to anger. So every verse that I read you about these people that's doing these things, that's all connected to this day right here. The Most High didn't like it. This is going to provoke him to anger. You know, this is why a lot of bad stuff happened on Halloween. And then I'm going to get to Ephesians 6. Ephesians 6 and 12. And it says, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world. That's what we're wrestling with, you know, because the rulers of this world right here, this kingdom that we living in, is Edom. It's the Edomites, and they wicked. They are the border of wickedness. That's what the Most High called them. You know, the devil, the deceiver, and anything that the Most High is against, they for it. You know, and I'm gonna get into that, but it says, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. Wherefore, take unto you the whole armor of Yahweh, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day. And having done all to stand therefore, having your loins girt about with truth, and having the breastplate of righteousness. So what the Most High is telling you is, you know, it's a lot of people that don't got this truth that ain't gonna be able to stand up in this day. Like before I knew the truth, I couldn't stand up in this day and speak out against this. I was all for Halloween. I was all for going to do this and doing that and all these wicked ass holidays that Esau got going on here. But because I'm in the truth now, I see what's going on. I know what's going on. You know? And I can't stand there and participate in this. You know? It said, because he said, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, and against the rulers of the darkness of this world, which is Esau. You know? And Halloween is a wicked day. It's wicked. Everything about Halloween goes back to the scriptures. And the scriptures tell you that every time that our people took in these pagan practices of the occult, of calling on demons and familiar spirits, it provoked the Most High to anger and to wrath. That's not a good thing, you know? And this is Ephesians 5 and 11. It said, to have no fellowship with the unfruitful works of darkness, but rather reprove them. So we see this stuff going on. We're not supposed to have nothing to do with it. Not nothing. And then this is 1 Corinthians 10 and 21. It says, ye cannot drink the cup of Yahweh and the cup of devils. Ye cannot be partakers of Yahweh's table and of the devils. You can't do both things. So if you telling people that you believe in the Most High, I believe in the Most High, I fear God, whatever, however you put it, you cannot break his laws. The Most High, I mean, he said, if you love me, keep my commandments. His commandments is us to follow everything that he gave us. He gave us 613 laws. He also gave us statutes, and he gave us commandments. You know, and we're supposed to keep all of them, except for the sacrificial law now, because Yahushua, the Messiah, he became the sacrificial lamb for us. This is why a lot of us ain't dead right now. Otherwise, we would have been put to death. But, you know, back to what I was saying. And I told you that they target Halloween at children. When you was a child, they targeted you. You was the one that was being targeted. And we bit. This is what the scriptures say. It says, train up, this is Proverbs 22 and 6. And it says, train up a child in the way he should go. And when he is old, he will not depart from it. So if you teach your kids at an early age, like I do mine, your children, your kids, however your seed, If you teach them at an early age the truth, if you teach them righteousness, if you teach them to fear the Lord, he gonna remember that. And when he grow up and he get old, it's gonna be embedded in him, and he gonna teach it to his kids. He won't depart from it. So my children know not to celebrate Halloween. They know not to go to school and eat that candy. They know not to deal with no Thanksgivings and birthdays. They know that, you know, and it's embedded in them already. My little ones from birth, they knew it because they never seen a Christmas. My little baby girl, she never seen a Christmas, you know, and she's not gonna ever see one. And this is 2 Corinthians 6:14. It said, "Be ye not unequally yoked together with unbelievers. For what fellowship have righteousness with unrighteousness? And what communion have light with darkness?" So, people that's going to go out and trick or treat today, people that's going to have Halloween parties at their house today, people that's going to do anything that's concerning this pagan holiday, would be getting together all crowded up, watching scary movies, whatever you do, you know, a righteous person ain't going to be there fellowshipping with you. They're not going to be there doing and having communion with you doing that. You know, just like you set yourself up to go do that, and I might be over here reading the word, or I might just be sitting back watching a regular show, or just doing whatever, ignoring this day because this day means nothing. The scriptures say one man esteemed one day over another. Another man esteemed every day alike. So, you know, you can't look at it. You can't look at one day as being more holier than the other day, unless it's a day given to us to be honored by the Most High. You know, and see, you got to understand the word holiday. Holiday. That's a bastard word. They took that word from holy day. It's supposed to be holy day. Like what we celebrate in the Bible are called the high holy days. The Passover, the Feast of Unleavened Bread. You know, all of those different holy days that we celebrate. Now, they don't celebrate the same days we celebrate in the Bible. This country right here, this kingdom right here, they got their own days, and they call them holidays. And they pagan. And we're not supposed to partake of it. If you're a so-called black man, so-called Native American Indian, so-called Hispanic, especially you damn Judites. If you're a so-called black man and you know your ancestors were slaves, back in the days they got off the slave ships, you are Israelite and you ain't got no fucking business partaking in these holidays or in any of their customs. The Most High said, he say, do not be dismayed by the ways of the heathen. So you can't really get into what they doing, man. You gotta let them do them. You know, we always been set apart. They want us to do what we do, but guess what they do? They try to do everything we do. Because ain't nobody better at being wicked than Jake. Jake is the creator of wickedness. Our people we created wickedness. Hell, Esau wicked as hell, and he came from us. You know, we've been doing wicked since the beginning. You know, because we hard-headed, we stiff-necked, and we want to do what we want to do. You know, it's time to do what Yahweh Shem Yahushua said to do. So, you know, I'm not going to be on here long. I just wanted to get on here and talk about Halloween, you know, and don't go out there and participate. It's not gonna be nothing good. Even if you ain't in the truth, follow your spiritual, follow the spirit that's in your mind telling you don't do it, because it's there, it's telling you don't do it, because you know today is not a good day. I mean, there's no way to try to pass this off. There's no way a person can pass this day off as a good day. I mean, I saw them do Thanksgiving. They try to pass that off as a good day. This is the day this is the day when you killed our people, took over their land, and then brought our rest of our people over here on cargo slave ships and slaved us out. And we've been in there ever since. But, you know, we're not going to get into that right now because we know it happened and we know it's still going on. Nothing changed. But anyway, man, I just want to give all praise to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai. And I want to give double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. And I want to give double honors to the Akim that's out here pushing this truth and sincerity to the four corners. I just want to say shalom, shalom.